What's up, everyone? Welcome to some nerd stuff. This is a new format. It's gonna be like a debate show, news source, all that. This is Trey. That's Nate over there on the other camera. You just saw him. What's up? Wave to the people. We're gonna be getting into a lot of things, some debate stuff, some just topical things that are going on. So welcome, subscribe, like, comment, do all that stuff, and go ahead and let's get it popping. See?
Well spoken token.
And then you ruined the vibes.
So the first thing we're going to get into, because I do want to hit you with some topics off the bat that is like what's going on right now before we get into our main topic, which stick around because the main topic is going to be about a nice little DC movie coming out soon.
If I could roll my eyes,
if you he physically can't roll his eyes. It's a thing, guys. We'll talk about it later. So I don't know how much you knew about the Microsoft Activision acquisition. The UK blocked it.
Good.
They gave it a big O. Nope. Their reasoning was interesting, though. Their reasoning was they said that Microsoft has too much hold over the streaming gaming space, and that they feel like that would help them like get more shares of that. Like they have 70% of the streaming, which is only like that because everybody else keeps failing. I don't really think it's because Microsoft is like strong arming everybody. It's because Google failed. It's only them now and Amazon, really. PlayStation has it, but it's not very good.
Oh, I never used it.
You never use it?
Why would I? PS2 games suck.
So, and they were doing all these things where they're giving out 10-year deals to everybody for Call of Duty because they thought that's why they were going to get blocked. And oh yeah, one of the funny things they said was, looking at the Nintendo Switch, we don't see that it's powerful enough to run an effective Call of Duty game. So like they don't believe what they're saying.
That's facts, though. Like you can't argue.
I mean, they had Call of Duty on Wii.
Anyway, you want to call that?
And you could control you controlled with the nunchuck, and then you pointed at the screen.
Call of Duty. Then
that's still. Okay, whatever.
That was not Call of Duty.
So, I was hoping for this only because I wanted the benefit of having all the Activision games on Game Pass. So.
Which ones?
What? So it's gonna be they have Call of Duty, they have World of Warcraft, but that wouldn't be part of it. They would have Overwatch. That's another big one. Overwatch 2 I think is already free to play, but so yeah, they had stake. They owned all that stuff. So I don't know. They're gonna appeal it.
A free to play game and Call of Duty.
Well, Call of Duty is the big one. But Call of Duty was going to go everywhere for at least 10 years before it got locked up. That's really what's going to happen.
The thing is that most people just play Warzone anyway.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not in that space, so I'll believe you. Because they're on Warzone 2.0.
Yeah, so like it doesn't really do a whole lot as far as changing the landscape of things. I think it just looks bad on like Microsoft and the Xbox family that they couldn't add that studio to like their conglomerate.
And they were already making plans on it. Yeah. Like they already had Nintendo deals and stuff.
And they got a piece of skin stuck in my nose. And they probably already had like investor meetings and stuff to get people in for that deal. So of course they're gonna appeal it, but I don't think it really changes a whole lot as far as the landscape of things.
Well, see, no one has ever appealed that court, the UK court that went against it. And even if they win that, the FTC in America has not okayed it yet either. So
it sounds like the UK courts are like a kangaroo court.
Yeah, it's gonna. We'll see. That's on the back burner, but they got denied. That just happened this last week. And then so there's a thing that about Trey. I don't know if we've discussed this before, but Trey likes scary movies, but he does really is like franchises in scary movies. So one in particular that he's like. This is news to me. Were we not talking about the Paranormal Activity movies for like 2 hours?
I don't know. 2 hours is stretch.
It was a long because we kept.
How would you continue?
We were deep diving. So I was gonna see if you even cared about this because this is one of my favorite scary movies, and I don't really love the whole franchise, but they're doing another Conjuring movie, and it's gonna have the original family, but in the future. So they got their. I guess how they got through it was they got their mind erased, and like the memories are coming through to the youngest boy who got he goes, they said I was in a coma, but I really don't remember. So he's like trying to remember, and the red faced guy's back, And I think he thinks it's going to help him unlocking the memories, but I think it's going to unlock the demon. It looks real. I don't know. You don't watch trailers, but the trailer looks really good.
I mean, it'll probably be good. But my thing is that I thought the whole point of these were to be based on reality. So
it was a reality.
Leaving that realm.
Yeah, because they did have they had the Annabelle doll, which has like real life lore, but then they did the Nun, which I don't think the Nun had any real life stuff, and then they did how do you say the Mexican woman, the weeping woman, La Llorona, La Llorona.
I like saying it.
They did her. I like that one. That one was fun. But so we have another Conjuring.
The
La Llorona. Oh well, the last Conjuring was like a real one. Because it was a court case about a guy he was possessed as a defense. That was a real case. I don't know what happened.
I haven't watched it in a while. I haven't watched one since The Nun, probably.
Oh, and there's a sequel to The Nun coming out, but they haven't released anything about it.
Yeah, I probably haven't watched one of those movies since The Nun ones. I haven't watched one of the Annabelle ones. I was hitting mess with them, but it's cool. Right. I watched both main Conjuring movies, 1 and 2, and then the second or third Annabelle, the one where she's at the house possessing everything. And then I watched The Nun.
Are you going to watch that Evil Dead movie? Those ones freak me out. I can't watch it.
Probably not.
Those ones really freak me out. And this one looks super scary.
I don't really like scary movies like that are like biblical and stuff.
Oh, that's weird. Yeah, that's where I draw the line.
Yeah, because that's real. Like, you're talking about monsters and stuff, and it's like, okay, zombies, that's not necessarily reality. Stuff like that, but like biblical demonic stuff, that stuff is real. So
you're like, and I don't.
It's like, this is possible.
Miss me with this.
Yeah, this is possible.
So I thought you were gonna be more excited about it. I'm a little sad that you're not.
Well, it's just like it's the times, you know.
It's the times. So
it's a scary world we live in.
Another news segment on this new and improved some nerd stuff is. Let's try this. Oh, no. So I have brought in 3 snacks because we were both supposed to bring one, and you brought none.
Well, in my defense, there wasn't nothing there.
So we're gonna start with the one that's on the table. You can't see it in my frame. We got Reese's peanut butter cup flavored cupcakes.
This is gonna be awful.
This is
great.
It's one or the other. There's nothing in between. Do you want to try this one too, E? Oh, she's gone.
She left.
E, you better hurry up. We got other stuff we gotta try.
Oh, this shouldn't have gas. I ain't gonna count with you.
This is gas?
Said it looked gas.
Oh, you gotta remind me.
ASMR.
Yeah, they're really enjoying that. I can tell you right now that everybody is really enjoying that.
They enjoyed that one.
Now you can put ASMR in the video.
Yeah. Smells.
And this is everybody's favorite thing on a podcast is to listen to people eat.
It smells like fake peanut butter.
It smells like Reese's. Okay. Is this good? Let's try it. It's too chocolatey. That's not good. I'm not even going to finish it. It's too chocolatey. That was whack.
There's some kind of cream. I'm going to see if it's better with the cream.
E!
Okay. Did you bite to the cream?
Mm-hmm. I bit to the cream.
Bite to the cream.
I don't like the chocolate cake part.
Cream is alright.
As the kids say, you can miss me with that. That's what the kids say.
What kids you say?
That's what the kids are saying, bro.
They don't say that. You will?
No, don't buy that. Skip that.
I like the icing. If you just eat like half of it and put the rest of the chocolate down.
Yeah, the chocolate part. That chocolate is cheap. I can't believe she's supposed to be in here to try this with us. That was good.
Oh, very good.
So if you follow this channel,
really?
The last episode of Crumble Bumble Cookie Podcast was in Las Vegas. Was in Las Vegas. And so when we were in Las Vegas,
the middle part of that?
E got intoxicated and got crazy and just bought a bunch of stuff at the Hershey store.
As
And
one does.
this is we get to benefit from some of that. Oh, and she bought a lanyard.
That's a purse.
Yeah, it's a little wallet.
Oh, it's a wallet. Oh my bad. So we got hazelnut chocolate
What the hell?
and then cotton candy.
Hazelnut first. That's gonna be worse. Cotton candy at least will be interesting.
So
They're a little
soft.
melted.
Melted.
It's because it was hot in here, and I took it out.
You mind if I touch your piece or you want to rip it
I'm
off?
gonna grab my own. Thank you.
Go ahead. Just rip that off.
As you can see, it is chocolatey.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Hershey's hazelnut.
I try to eat it because I hate the feeling of melted chocolate on.
Yeah. That's not bad.
That's pretty good.
The hazelnut comes through.
It's a nice light flavor.
That's nice.
I don't know if it was worth like $8 or whatever we paid for
What?
it.
I think it was 2.
Oh. I don't know. No. I seen the bill and she only bought like 4 things and she spent like $25, $28.
I think I'm finished with too.
Ooh, it smells like cotton candy.
What was it? This was only 10. I don't know what else I bought. Oh,
Dang,
that cookie was
As you can
6.
see,
Oh.
Dang.
He got a chunky chunk.
this shit blue as hell. Well, it just ripped like that. I didn't mean to. This shit blue as hell.
Cheers.
Cheers. That is cotton candy flavor.
I needed a palate cleanser.
That's nonsense. That's weird. I never bit into cotton candy flavored chocolate. Oh, wow. He's saying it ain't it. He's saying it ain't it.
That shit straight up gross. I tried to take a second bite to see if it would get better. It didn't. That shit was nasty.
Yeah, I like sweet stuff, so I thought it was pretty good.
I don't like chocolate, so maybe that's the problem.
It doesn't taste like chocolate. It tastes very
Tastes like cotton candy.
It tastes like chocolate. It tastes like cotton candy when the first time, and then it tastes like chocolate after that.
It's not even chocolate. I'm sure it's white chocolate, which is not chocolate.
Oh yeah, it probably is white chocolate because they probably just
It's white
tinted.
cream.
It don't
It's
taste
the
like that.
same white cream they use for the cookies and cream candy bars.
No,
It makes me
it's-
feel better. I don't like that one either.
It doesn't make me feel good.
So that was our new segment. What I call it? Let's try this. Everything's in. That's the new segment. So we're gonna get into the meat
That's
and
not it, bro.
potatoes, huh?
That's just not it.
Yeah, it wasn't. I didn't like
For me,
it.
it's like 1 for 3.
I thought the cupcake was crap. That cupcake was no good.
Only
The
one that
cupcake was good.
I would even consider eating again is the hazelnut.
Well, if you go to Vegas with me,
I'm
you
not
can
going
go.
to Vegas with you.
Oh, why not?
I'm not going
You wouldn't go to Vegas with me? I would show.
specifically with you.
Why would what? I'm great in Vegas.
Specifically with you.
You don't even know what you're talking about. I'm great in Vegas.
Oh yeah.
These lights going to red for rage. we're going rage because I cannot believe you would tell me something like that.
Why wouldn't?
I'm great in Vegas. I could show you a good time. Okay.
Well,
Oh, I was waiting for some more BS from you over here.
y'all hear something? I think I hear something, but I can't hear it through my wall.
Oh my gosh.
It feels like someone is talking to me. I don't know what's going on.
So I got to change the red. You're right. The blue was a lot better. So one of the things that I wanted to discuss with you, and I think
I had to open the window.
open the window. One of the things
The wall's
I think
still there though. So
we
you
should-
I could close this
click,
window.
click, 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 click. One of the things, because you're always opinionated on things, so that's even why I wanted to do a podcast with you.
In my old age,
I-
I'm leaning towards not even caring.
Well, that's the whole world. So we have the Flash movie coming out, which has already been paraded around as the best superhero movie ever created. But
That's great.
I really feel like there's a discussion to be had here about the Flash movie, and one of the aspects is, should the Flash even be releasing?
No, hell no.
Because I got stats here for Mr. Ezra Miller. Oh wait, I thought I had that
Boy,
stats.
Ezra Miller got what's the thing called? What's the thing called with all the charges on it? There's a name for it.
A case.
No, my boy my boy Ezra Miller be stacking charges like he's stacking.
Oh yeah, he is stacking charges.
He's getting LeBron numbers for real with these charges he putting up. So.
Here's a few things.
He went out and dropped a 27, 9, and 6.
Ezra Miller has been arrested several times in the recent years, accused of assault and harassment. He's also been accused of grooming and endangering a 12-year-old.
That's like at least 4.
Yeah, there's another one because there was 2 incidents in Hawaii. There was another incident. There was an incident years ago in 2016 where he slapped that girl in the face on camera and nothing ever happened. So it's like, should this guy be propped up anymore?
That's at least a 20-point triple-double. Charges and shit that motherfucker is doing.
I mean, I'm excited.
So, like,
I'm excited for the potential of a Flashpoint movie.
They should have just made it someone else. They should have just brought the dude who played Flash on the TV show.
Yeah.
And just gave it to him because at least he ain't out here putting up LeBron numbers on the streets.
A triple double with salt. Yeah, I don't know. Like, it just brings a lot of heat. Yeah, and the studio has DC, they've just been.
What is y'all doing? You got this failed thing with The Rock that, The Rock cared more about himself than DC, which I think everyone besides them could see.
Yeah.
I guess. So you have that, and then you have, just how much your franchise has failed. And you're like, you know what? We still got this, so we're going to do it anyway. And it's like, nobody cares.
It's just, and then, on the same note of the DC stuff, The Rock basically destroyed the Shazam movie. Because if you're not a normal like comic book person, you're just gonna see another dude with lightning and flying around and punching people, and you're like, I just watched the last one and it sucked with The Rock. Why am I gonna watch the one with a guy that we actually don't even know his name? Yeah, everything got messed up.
Yeah, because The Rock was like, I can play Black Adam.
He's been trying to play Black Adam for literally 10. I think since he had hair.
Yeah, and so it's just like, that's what he wanted to do.
So what do you think? What do you think would have been the appropriate response? Like, at what point should they have just shelved the movie? Because the movie is.
Right, I'm DC. This is what I'm doing. You ready?
Okay.
You got the Batman movies. That's the dawn of our. That is our Iron Man. Is the Rob Bat Batman?
Rob Bat Patterson.
Yeah, Rob Bat Patterson. Right, that's the Iron Man of our franchise. Right, that's the one. And so we're gonna create an alternate universe, not an alternate universe, but an alternate timeline for him. So that way we have year 2 was when he started. That was his movie, his first one. And then you continue on this linear path with his movies, and then you also have another one where you're creating a cinematic universe within it. Just because they obviously made that to be a standalone franchise, that's within itself.
Yeah.
And so you kind of would either have to tie that in, which I don't know if they have the writers to be able to do that, or you would have to just create another Batman movie, sort of like Batman vs Superman. Where it's like, Batman, this thing is happening, and then you build off of that. Well, so you have 2 separate things that are going on at the same time. I
mean, comic books will have done that a bunch of times. They've developed characters that have their own thing, and then they do a rebirth, or they do a crisis event, and they just smash everything together. And it's like, oh, actually, this Batman's been here the whole time now.
And that would allow you to do some things while your cinematic movies are coming out, you have this Batman that everyone loves that you're continuously fleshing out, and you're getting more information and more just developing that story. And then you would have a bunch of other origin movies. You keep Jason Momoa as Aquaman.
Oh yeah, he seems like he actually wants to be Aquaman.
And that's probably it. You definitely fire Johnny Depp's ex. I forgot her name.
Amber Heard. She out. Amber Heard's out.
Immediately you fire her, and then you just jump off from that point. But I think that Shazam. Nobody cares about Shazam. Dude.
The first movie was fun, but it was never Shazam was never going to be
yeah, that's not. You're wasting a movie at that
He's
point.
not enough. He's not enough to carry the whole thing, and that's why he has the 7 characters. Plus, he's fighting another 4. It's just jam packed with characters. See, the Batman. I was looking at the box office. I'm not saying only This is not a lot of money, but it only made $770 million. It didn't hit the billion mark. And the studios, they want billion marks.
How much of that is because it's DC, though?
Yeah.
Like, I understand it's a Batman movie, but how much of that is because when you watch a DC movie, you have the feeling that it doesn't matter?
That's true. And now, and a lot of those questions came up with, like, okay, we got these movies coming out. Like, which one do we need to watch?
Yeah.
For it to even matter.
Like, you just feel like it doesn't matter. It's not like a Marvel movie where it's like the worst Thor movie that they came out with. It can do numbers like that to where it's like it just doesn't matter. Like, that's because you watch Thor because you feel like he's going to do something that'll affect something else later.
Yeah.
So even if you're not the biggest fan of Thor, you're still watching the movie for that reason. Right now in the DC universe, you just don't have that. And so creating that nexus point would allow you to jump off from there. Yeah, your first one only did 700 million, but you establish it, and then the next one can do 1.5.
Yeah.
But it's going to go down, not up, if you don't establish it in that way.
Yeah, they don't have nothing established. And I think they're going to end up ruining the good things that they have.
It's like, so to an average person, right, average person. Let's just even say like an average Batman fan, right? You have had a lot of different Batmans, even in the last just like 20 years, right? And so you're getting another Batman, and then everything that comes out is like, oh, this movie's 3.5 hours. Okay, well, that seems cool. It's a Batman movie.
Yeah, it's an epic.
It's like, it's more of a detective movie than a Batman movie. There's like 20 minutes of actual like Batman action, fighting, and stuff like that. The rest of it's more like investigative work. Well, then why would I watch this movie that has no implications on future movies or anything like that? It's a one-off thing that is, I'm gonna have to stay for 4 hours for that with all the previews and stuff. Like, for what reason?
Yeah. I mean, the audience now has gotten trained, and see, I don't know. Right now, in this moment, it seems not good. It seemed good before that, like, okay, we understand that there's going to be a stepping stone situation, and ever since the end of Avengers Endgame, it's just been like hard. It's hard to keep anybody's attention. That was such a moment in time, and plus, it was like right before the pandemic, so like. It was like this last big global event, and everybody refers back to that moment because there was a bunch of people. Anybody who's read the comic books knows that the snap was happening, but most people didn't. Like, people were crying because Spider-Man was disappeared. Where it was like, oh, we kind of knew people were going to be dying, or like quote unquote dying. But yeah, now they're trained for that, and like I like the Batman movie because I thought it was only going to be one thing, and I really enjoyed what they were doing, and it would pulled from Nolan stuff, but it still has a lot of room to like do whatever it wants. Like, if it wants to get into like mystic stuff or science fiction or whatever, it's just like the baby steps, so it can kind of move. And it looked like it pulled a lot from like Arkham games, so that's why I liked it. It didn't matter if there was going to be a sequel or not. But now, like, everyone's so trained for sequels, and what's going to be the big event?
They better make it a sequel, because that's the best movie DC's put out in the last 20 years.
Yeah, I like the Joker. I know I really like the Joker, but I had a fun time with it.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good movie, but it's just like, that kind of movie isn't something that you can create a universe around.
No, there was interesting parts to it.
It was very much like a think piece of like society and how this can happen.
It was probably the most artsy, like superhero film. Yeah. So,
but was it good? Yeah. Was it better than the last Joker movie? Yeah.
Oh yeah. I choose to like forget about
Jared Leto.
Yeah.
It's Jared Leto.
Do you think that DC is gonna? I haven't heard. I've been trying to keep away from spoilers because there's so many spoilers for everything right now. Do you think that they're saying, look, get through this movie and we're changing the Flash at the end of the movie? Like, you
should have just changed it with this one. For what? It was already 10 years later than you wanted it to be.
Yeah, it was already hella late. Yeah.
And you already had to reshoot with Ezra Miller.
I think they reshot like more than half the film.
That's what I'm saying. So why is he even here?
I heard one of the rumors that I heard like a while ago was that the regular Flash, which I don't know if this would happen, the TV show Flash would pop up at the end of the movie, and he would be the Flash for the movie. And he just ended. They just ended that show. Mm-hmm. It's over.
I hope he died at the end.
And it's really sad because the movie that they're creating was built for the universe that they were making before. So like all this stuff's not going to make sense. Have you seen any previews?
Mm-mm.
Oh, okay.
Actually, I did. I saw the theater one.
No, okay. So who did you see in that one?
What do you mean?
Like what extra characters other than Flash did you see in that preview?
Batman. That's it.
That was it. Rabbit and Wonder Woman.
Mm-hmm.
Are you sure it was Wonder Woman?
No.
Okay. So there was characters that were going to be introduced that were going to be a big deal because now they've just shifted course. So it's like, what did it even matter to put this out? They just need a win, and they're just hoping this is it. But
it's not.
So what happens? How are you going to feel if this movie comes out and it's amazing? It's like the best thing. It's the best thing since Endgame. It's great. You just like, I can't believe that was the greatest spectacle. It was fun. I was intrigued the whole time. And then like it props up Ezra Miller as into like A-lister because his movie made $1 billion. Like how like it's bad. It's bad all around. Like
it is, and that's the thing is like they don't really think about what's gonna happen. Like if that happens, the movie's great. You know what TikTok's gonna do?
No.
TikTok is gonna tear that man apart.
Well, I don't know if he really cares. He seems to be on his own thing.
Ezra Miller might not care, but the DC will.
The studio will.
Them TikTok crowds is tough. It is tough.
Yeah, I don't know.
If you get a TikTok with over 1 million views that's talking about something like that, and they can all collectively agree and not just it's going after you.
They can stomp. They can stomp really quickly on everything.
It's going after you. And that would happen because Ezra Miller is hated.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, it's like no one likes him. Yeah, people like the Flash. Like they like that character. But jeez. So on the back of this discussion, there's a new person who's in the hot seat for domestic violence, and it's Jonathan Majors, who has been in everything in the last 2 years. It's pretty horrible because he just had 3 hit movie, or was about to hit his 3rd movie back to back to back. His Creed was really good. I didn't watch it. Creed 3.
I haven't even watched it either. That's crazy.
And then Ant-Man, and then I feel like he has another one. And he's been on the rise the last few years, ever since he was in that there was a show I think on HBO, Lovecraft Country. I think since then he's been like on the rise, and then now this. And now they built a whole freaking thing around him, and it's just like they released a new promo on like YouTube or Twitter like for the DVD, and they used images of him in it.
Well, here's the thing. I don't know who the girl is, and
his girlfriend, the alleged victim.
Right or wrong, whether he did it or not, I know that she got so many Mickey Mouse dollars that it doesn't matter.
Oh, you think that's how they're going to handle it? Everything's going to be outside of court? Because he got... Oh, they were? Mm-hmm. Oh, they were dropped?
The weekend.
Oh, okay.
Like, it happened on a Saturday. I think the charges were dropped on, like, Monday.
And I know... Because I wasn't sure, because I had seen that his people were, like, pulling up footage from a club that it happened after the event, and she was out having fun and dancing or whatever. And that they were using that like, okay, did this event actually happen? Because look, she's just fine here. Right now, she's actually like she's dressed, but then she was having fun. I mean, I don't know all the details. I don't want anybody to get domestic violenced. But it's like, so you think this is over? You think this is under the rug and over? You think it's just everything's just moving forward if the public just forgets about it?
I don't know.
Because I thought they were preparing a court case against the charges.
13 days ago, his manager dropped him, so maybe not.
Yeah, his management dropped him, which is not a good sign for him.
I'm talking about stuff that I heard when it first happened in March.
Oh, okay.
So this recent information is like,
Yeah, so...
And he was arrested?
I don't know if he was arrested, like they went and got him, or if he turned himself.
I'm not seeing arrest stuff right now.
So they did go and handcuff him?
Jonathan Majors... arrested. No, it says he was arrested on March 25th.
Oh, okay, so he's already been out then. So like, if this dude gets fired, let's see. She got a as of 3 days ago, she got a temporary order of protection ahead of the court date.
Crazy. Well then, no, I don't know. He might go. And if he goes down, I don't know what you do.
I know, and it's crazy. Like, if he goes, I don't know if he'll ever see jail time if he gets convicted. But if he loses all of his jobs because of this, it's like that doesn't look very good on you, Hollywood. It doesn't look very good that the black dude is gonna get arrested, but this other dude who's literally been throwing chairs at people and smacking people in public and doing all this and caught on video gets to have his $1 billion franchise.
He's not a big scary black man. But it's also like Marvel should just recast him.
I heard there's already a dude that they have on standby that like they're just waiting to pull the trigger on. Another black dude.
Yeah, they should just do it because at the end of the day, as good as Jonathan Majors was, he's only been in one movie.
Well, one movie and one show, yeah.
Like, you can learn to be like, oh, that's someone else. Because at the end of the day, he's Kang.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think that you could fix this issue by having a movie where he plays a bunch of different characters. Like a bunch of different Kang variants.
Yeah, like a bunch of different faces show up, not just one face.
Yeah, that, or you could even do it to where it's like the new person plays all of the different ones.
Mm-hmm.
So
Disney's not afraid to go back into an old movie and change it. Yeah. Lilo Stitch is a big thing. They've changed a lot of things on that movie.
Like, it's like, just make it old canon at this point. Or have them have to go into a separate timeline, stuff like that. There's solutions around it. It's just about how big of an issue it'll be to Disney.
I feel like they should be treated the same way. And it's really... That part frustrates me. Is that, like, it's not all treated the same. And I feel like, what's the word? Like a hypocrite, because I do want to watch the Flash movie. Mm-hmm. So it's like, fuck. I'm part of the problem.
Ain't no Flashpoint happening here.
Yeah,
I'm boycotting the Flash movie.
You are?
Boycott.
Is that what you're just saying in public?
They're not getting my money.
But if somebody else pays for the ticket?
They ain't getting my money. They ain't getting my money from it.
Oh my gosh.
That ain't got nothing to do with me for real.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I'm not happy about it.
What other people do with their money. But I'm going on the record in public saying that I'm boycotting it.
Remember I boycotted that DBZ thing? Because Akira's company they like red flagged all of that guy's YouTube. It's over. They fixed it. But they fixed it like 6 months afterwards, and I stopped following it, and I didn't watch the new movie. And it was so.
Rest in peace, soldier.
I still haven't watched the new movie because you had to buy it. Mm-hmm. Like there wasn't a rental thing even on YouTube. You had to buy it. And it was like $18 for HD. We're still charging people for HD. I was really upset about that. But I just seen that you can rent it now for like $5. So the boycott's over. Yeah, I don't need to watch it more than once. Or you can watch it I think you get like a 24-hour period.
Yeah, watch it 10 times in that 24-hour period. That's 20 hours.
Or just record it, right? Just record it on my thing.
I don't think you can do that anymore.
Why? How could they stop me from recording it if I play it off my computer?
Oh, never mind. You can do it that way.
Yeah. And in brighter news, there's some really fun video games coming out, and I do not have enough money to play them all.
No, I wasn't saying that's the yellow, but it's the lock on the camera.
Okay. You're dumb.
Damn, bro.
So, are you gonna get Jedi Surviving, whatever it's called?
I will. I have to get it next check. This check is already gone.
This check. I can't
take from my savings, but I'm not trying to do all that.
I want to play it, but I can't because first of all, I'm not gonna have time. In 2 weeks, the new Breath of the Wild or Tears of the Kingdom comes out. You're the only person saying that.
Thumbs all the way down.
Please leave it in the comments.
Game.
Is Zelda a bad game? Is Zelda Breath of the Wild one of the best games ever created? A bad game?
It's Nintendo, though.
Yeah.
Nintendo.
Yes, it is Nintendo, and it's gonna be deliciously great.
Nobody likes Nintendo. Nintendo doesn't even like their fans.
That is true. That's not. I'm not. That's you're giving a different argument.
I'm not giving Nintendo no more money.
Yeah, that's because you bought 6 systems.
I bought 4.
It's ridiculous. You gave him more money than almost anybody ever has.
That's not true.
Yeah, you did. Did you rebuy any of those games?
All that Nintendo you got over there.
I got one
How much is
Nintendo.
that Switch over there for?
They've reached 994 million games sold.
Damn it! Now I gotta go buy more. Because I want it to be even number.
I know. I don't understand. We can't get to 1 billion because that's a way cleaner number.
Right. Come on, just.
The sales are finally declining though.
Good. Because Nintendo needs to make a new console that's not underpowered by 2 decades.
They only make underpowered consoles.
But there's a difference between being underpowered and being underpowered like that.
I mean,
Like listen, Nintendo. Let me look into my camera. Listen to me, all right? Nobody expects you to make PS5, Xbox Series X style games and graphically style games. That's not what you do. We just don't want you to make Xbox
your mic's this way.
games.
You're messing up your mic.
I had to look into the. What am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to talk on the mic or look into the camera?
Both.
How do I get the message?
You
I
gotta
can't
do
do both.
Do both.
I can't do both. Look. See, it doesn't work.
But you're losing all the craziness because the sound goes down. So it's like, you get all crazy and it's like.
Then you need to fix my camera.
This is the first time we're doing it this way. Everything always
I can't
changes.
give a monologue to my camera like I'm Stephen A. Smith if it's not coming.
Oh my gosh.
That's why he has the mic right here.
Yeah, I can't give you one of those.
You
I have them. No, because you do all this. You like adjust it and rub
Stop
it.
the cap. Anyway, Nintendo, listen to me, bruh. Nobody expects you to make PS5 and Xbox Series X games. We don't. That's not what we expect from you. You don't need to be on that level of quality. You just can't be on mobile game quality. We want to be able to play. You know how much money you would make if you were able to play your PS5 games on the go and your Xbox games on the go? You know how much money you would make being able to play those games in handheld? Y'all are fucking
Non-streaming. I think he's speaking about non-streaming.
Yeah, just playing the game. Y'all's missing out on that bag, bruh. And that's why the Steam Deck is finna overtake what you guys have, because you can play those games on
the Steam
on a mobile platform. And I know Steam is there's some software issues you have to deal with Steam, all that I understand. But just the ability to be able to play any game you want, for the most part, graphically sound with good fidelity on the go is a $1 billion idea, and it has been for the past 20 years.
I think you're only looking at it from somebody from your world, because I'm telling you, well, first of all, you can't do this. You can't just go to a Target and buy a Steam Deck. Mm-hmm. They're not in stores yet. You still have to buy from Steam. That's one. That's one problem. Yeah. The second problem is a lot of these people who are getting consoles are kids, younger than you, and a person is way more willing. An adult, like a parent, is way more willing to go get the Wii or the Switch at Walmart and just buy that and a game or whatever, even if the game's like a shell that basically has nothing on it anymore, than to buy a $400 Steam Deck.
But nobody's saying that you can't do that. Nobody is saying that you can't still make your pink Switch lights and your animated grassy Mario and Zelda, and nobody's saying that stuff. That's not what people are saying. We're saying the power and capability of your system should be somewhat on par to what we currently have, so that way we can play all the games we want to in a different format or just on your system.
I hear you.
Because right now, your Switch has to be your secondary system.
Yeah.
Because you can't play all the games you want to on the Switch. You gotta get something.
That'd be a crazy person. Only a kid would have just.
Yeah, exactly. And the kid don't know. This is what it is. The kid is fine playing Mario Kart for 7 hours.
That's true.
Or Odyssey for 9 hours.
So right now, with the 3 or 4 different models they have, or whatever, if you want to count the red box as a different model or whatever, 122.55 million units.
Yeah, nobody's saying they're not successful.
But that's why they're not going to.
But they need to. Because those numbers could be higher.
I mean, that's pretty good. They passed the Game Boy, the original Game Boy, which sold crazy. This is back in the day, and then the PS4. They also the PS4, which the PS4 they sold so many PS4s they don't want to stop making PS4 games.
Yeah, and nobody's saying that stuff's not true, but we're getting to the point where you know what the Steam Deck is.
Pretty awesome.
You know what the Steam Deck is.
What?
For the first time in a decade, it's competition for Nintendo and what they do. So Yeah, you're right. Right now, it might look that way. What's it going to look like in 5 years?
And the next...
What are we going to look like halfway through Nintendo's next system's life cycle?
By then, we'll have a newer Steam Deck, a sleeker one. Like, this one's like the Jigsaw one.
Yeah, what if they do that, they mass produce it, they get it in stores?
Oh.
What if it's at GameStop?
I mean, it's not that crazy to think about them.
Open?
Because they've had, like, Steam machines in GameStop before and at Best Buy.
And at Target.
So it's not that far away.
They have the resources, they have the relationship with those companies. They are lacking the products, and that's why people are buying it right now.
Yeah, and everybody who buys it likes it.
The product is good, and they can do that. What are we looking like in 5 years?
In 5 years,
and what if they could tweak the software of Steam, which they can, make it super mobile optimized to where you can run everything, and a child could do it.
Yeah,
you have
that's their only thing. Yeah,
that's just your games that you own, and you have a separate place you can go to the store, and you have all the checks and stuff that's not on your account. And you can, because this is all easy software stuff. They paid people millions of dollars to do this. And it's super mobile optimized. Where are we going to be in 5 years? Halfway through Nintendo's next system.
The Steam Deck looks like it's going to be in a good place.
And what I'm saying is not even a big if. You think they're not working on it?
I mean, that's if Nintendo does another Switch.
If they'd be stupid not to.
They've done weirder things.
They'd be stupid not to.
They've gone like, look at the Wii U for the Wii, like.
But no, that's not even the same thing. That proves my point.
That they did it, but they haven't always did it. So they did Nintendo, Super Nintendo.
That proves my point.
But they didn't do it.
They have to do another Switch.
They didn't do it with the GameCube.
Yeah, they did.
No, they didn't. They went from the Nintendo 64 to the GameCube to the Wii, and none of those were. Those were all, they redid it.
They can be different things, but what I'm saying is, I don't know about the GameCube. Wasn't around, not going to pretend like I know. On the Wii, you could play GameCube games.
Yeah.
Basically the same thing. On the Wii, you could play all your Wii games. Basically the same thing. The Switch was different. Yeah. Why? Because there was no reason for it to be non-different. The Wii U sold 1 million units. We're at 122. Right? So there's a reason for them to do that.
I mean, there's a reason. I'm not arguing that there should be a sequel Switch.
When they do successful things, they normally follow it up with successful. You integrate that. I don't think they're not going to do a Switch.
I don't know. I'm just saying.
I don't think they want
Nintendo could do some wild Nintendo stuff and not do it.
For sure, but I don't think they want to go back to the world of two separate things.
I mean, that's a guessing game because. It is a problem having like multiple SKUs for two different products, but they made twice as much money. They sold a lot of Game Boys, a lot of Game Boy Advances, a lot of DSs, and then but their console sales were lower at the time. Like their handhelds were crazy, but I don't know. We'll see what happens. But nevertheless. Tears of the Kingdom is going to be amazing. Nevertheless, we're going to the sky, bro. Cool, we're going to the sky. You're missing out just because you don't understand the game. But it's okay. You'll buy another Switch. You'll buy another Switch. I'd be right now you're trying to buy a new car, so maybe you won't.
I won't buy another Switch.
I don't promise you that. I don't believe you.
You don't have to believe me.
You had 2 OLEDs.
You don't have to believe me.
We will see.
You ain't gotta believe me, bro.
Let us know in the comments how you guys feel about the Ezra Miller Flash movie and how you guys feel like it should move forward. And if you're gonna watch it, I mean, good to you if you're gonna boycott it because it probably deserves some boycotting. But I'm pretty sure it's gonna make $1 billion.
It's gonna make 1 million.
Well, you don't even know everything that's gonna happen.
It's gonna be like Morbius.
It's gonna be Morbius.
It's Morbid time. You feel me?
It's Morbid time. Yeah, just let us know what you think. Let us know how you feel about the new format of the show. Leah likes and dislikes. We're trying to make it. We're always trying to grow and make things better around here. Thank you for all of our new subscribers. Thank you for everybody who's been commenting this week because you don't even know about this, but there's a promo on the other channel or on the other podcast because we got 500 subscribers. We're giving out a free Carbo cookie.
Just one cookie?
Just one.
Well, I'm gonna win it.
You can't win it. Yeah. Because you've been on the show. Anybody who's been on the show can't win it.
No, I'm gonna win it.
Okay.
I'm gonna win that.
He's gonna try to Ocean's 11 that cookie.
I'm gonna win that cookie.
You're not winning it, but thank you for. Oh my God!
I caught it though.
Please don't. Please.
I wanted a dramatic entrance, but I knew it was your.
Yeah, please. Those things are very fragile. Yeah, fix your camera so we can do our outro.
This is the outro. Bye. Bye.
Adios, everybody. Thank you for
like, comment, and subscribe.
This is what
if
I have
you
to
don't,
work with.
This is what I can't say what I want to say. If you don't, then your mom's not proud of you.
Wow.
This is my other podcast is so much more professional.
Hold on, he gonna talk about professional?
It's so much more professional.
You really gonna say that?
So
you eating cookies on camera?
Yeah, it's delicious.
That's the opposite of professional.
It's professional.
Look.
Adios, guys.
We making the cameras.
No, stop shaking the cameras. Jesus Christ.
I had to record for that one.